it's Tracy and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing something completely different. I have never done anything like this before. So I'm going to teach you how I do my makeup. This is going to be a really simple, natural, clean look, exactly what you see here. So many of you have been asking me in the comments, how can you do a video about like how you do your makeup? So I thought, sure, no problem. So obviously I am not a makeup artist, no way, no how, but obviously I've been putting on makeup for a long time, so I'm going to teach you today how I do it. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Tracy, and this is not what I normally do on my channel, but I do a lot of videos and I make new videos every single week, so make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a video. So let's get started with this makeup tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I want you to know is I am clearly not a makeup artist, not even close. I love watching all the makeup tutorials here on YouTube, and those girls are amazing. I am not one of those girls at all. So I use a lot of fingers and I kind of wing it, but you guys keep asking me, so I want to give you what you ask for. So the first thing that you want to do is prime your skin. So of course I forgot my primer, so hang on. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is, I forgot the primer, is you want to prime your skin. So this is the Pacifica Jasmine Iris Primer Oil Control. I talked about this in a favorites video. So I just do a couple pumps of this, and I'm actually using my camera as my mirror. So we're gonna see how this works. So it's kind of weird. It feels like a serum, and you just kind of slap it on your face here. I even put it on my eyelids. Again, I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but it's what I do. So, you just kind of rub that into your skin. It feels really good. I think, I don't use primer every day, but I do notice the difference when I do. My makeup will for sure last longer, and it just feels really good. I like this brand specifically because it is, it's just not, there's nothing creepy in it. And our skin is our largest organ, so we want to take good care of it. So just lightly, rubbing that in. If I was doing this in real time, like at home, wait, that made no sense. I'm at home, but I mean, if I was just doing this in my day-to-day, I usually would put this on, maybe brush my teeth or do something else, like grab a coffee or something, just to let it seep in for a few minutes, okay? But I'm not gonna do that now. Next step is foundation. So I have talked about this before. I love Tarte, the Amazonian Clay foundation. Clearly, I love it because there's hardly any left. It's oil-free. I got it originally for shooting videos. I have used it for years now. It's my favorite. I love it because the ingredients are really high quality. Again, skin is your largest organ, so we want to, try and do our best to use more natural products on it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't use 100% natural. You're gonna see some like all kinds of crazy chemical-laden stuff here, but especially with larger things like, body lotions and foundation where you're covering such a large area, get the best quality that you can have, so, or that you can find. So I just kind of squeeze a dollop of this on the back of my hand, so it kind of looks like that. I don't know if you can see. And I just wing it, and then I just kind of dab it on. Now, I am pretty lucky. My skin is not really bad. I think I picked something here, and then I had something in my eyebrow the other day, but I just kind of, scooch some of this on. This is so weird doing it in my camera as the mirror. And then I just, with the Beauty Blender that's dampened, okay? I'm really late to this Beauty Blender game, but you just pat it in here. The Beauty Blender is the bomb. It really makes a difference because like when you put on your makeup, I'm putting a little extra on my nose, and you get that sort of like powdery look to your face. I feel like the Beauty Blender makes that not happen. It gives you, like, this is a full coverage foundation, and this will, it just looks more natural. It just makes the finish really, really, really nice. So it's a good thing. So there you go, Beauty Blended. Now, I can't quite see what I'm doing because I'm not using a monitor, so. And I don't have a mirror at home. See, this is like real life. So I'm just gonna bust out my mirror here, make sure I don't look like a cray-cray. Okay, so you can see where I picked my face. Don't do that, it's not a good thing to do. Especially, my dermatologist told me, as we get older, you know, you're not producing as much collagen, and so healing is gonna be a lot slower. So do yourself a favor and stop picking your face. So next up is going to be concealer. So again, with Tarte, this is not sponsored, I just love Tarte because they use good quality ingredients. So this is the Tarte, I can't even read the label, but it's a Maracuja concealer, and it is fantastical. So I just, again, put tiny bit, a little of this goes a long way. These last for a really long time. You do not need much. And same deal, so here I just put it underneath my eyes. And the truth is, I don't really get dark circles, but I do this for shooting just to get sort of like a brighter look, cover things up. Oh, here's something I want to talk to you about. I don't know if you can see it, well, I'll do it after, but I have these like bumps under my eyes, and my mom has them too. And since I got this new camera, I hate it because I can see them. And I don't really know what they are. I once went to the dermatologist and she tried to laser them off, but it didn't work. So if any of you know how to get rid of those, please let me know by leaving me a comment below. I'm totally serious because I hate them. Okay, so you see I'm just putting it around my nose, around my chin, around my eyes. So it's all in this center part of my face. And then where that pimple is, or that, you know, was a pimple, I'm just putting a little bit of extra on here. And then same deal with your dampened beauty blender, just pat it in. You're not rubbing it, you're just patting it in. Okay. Around your nose. The nose thing, and this is again, like shooting especially, it makes a big difference. Like your nose, the times if I don't do this, I notice like around my nose will look all pink, and that looks weird. Okay, so then let me just double check. Is it all good here? Blendy. Okay, other than that, I don't really have any pimples right now. Not bad. That's called healthy eating, guys, I'm serious. Eat healthy and you get less pimples. Okay, so then you want to set this. So I have a little bit of the Holy Grail. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This was, I didn't really use this. I don't even know what I was using before. But this stuff is really nice. So I kind of put a lot on, and same thing on my dampened beauty blender. So I just put it in the cap, and then I just go like so, and then you're gonna look cray for a minute. You just tap it underneath your eyes. The thing that you wanna make sure of, especially if you're not like 20, is you want a really finely milled powder. So anywhere where I put the concealer is where I am going to powder, and I always just do the middle of my forehead because I get shiny, and especially on camera, it can look, you know, shiny and weird. And then where that pimple was too, I'm gonna give it a little love, okay? So that's pretty much it. Real life, you wanna do this too, but it's so cool because with this Laura Mercier powder, it doesn't get creasy and gross, and that's the reason why you're doing this, okay? I'm actually gonna put even a little bit extra. The other great thing about doing this with the powder under your eyes is when you mess up or you get some fall, you know, from your eyeshadow, like if any black stuff comes off, you can just flick it off and it won't be there. So this isn't like perfectly blended, but it's, you know, blended enough. So the next thing that I like to do is I like to bronze because I am super pale, and so I like to put the bronzer all over my face. So again, you're probably gonna guess it, it's Tarte. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, which clearly I love, right? Gorgeous. So I just use a brush like this, and I don't contour or anything like that. Sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll just draw a little line here. But then it's just bronzer, so I'm really just, you know, all over my face here. And, you know, if you really do makeup and you're watching this, you might be cringing. I don't know, maybe you are, maybe you're not. But again, this is not, you know, my gift. I just have to do this for my job, right? Otherwise, I look a little cray-cray. So just putting in the makeup like this. And kind of, you know, and I always do like a little bit in here too, just so everything is blended. But I do love like this Tarte color. For me, it is such an awesome color. It looks great, makes me look healthy. I don't know, I'm a weirdo. I always like to kind of go over everything with my fingers just to make sure that there's no hard edges. One thing I do notice too is sometimes around the side here, just because, you know, you want to make sure it's blended. So I'll just kind of use my dampened beauty blender and just give it a little patty pat. Okay, so the next thing is eyebrows. So two things. Number one, my eyebrows are crazy because I think I have cowlicks in them. Number two, I also need to get mine done. I usually probably like maybe 3 times a year, I will get them professionally done. And I can't wax and I can't thread, so I just get them plucked. But because I have these cowlicks, it helps, and I really do. So please don't tell me how crazy my eyebrows look, because I know. So then what I do first, without doing anything, is I just brush them up, okay? So there's no color on this, there's nothing. It's just to make these unruly mammer jammers not looking so unruly. So I've recently just changed up my brow game, and I've started using powder instead of pencil. To be honest, I don't really know if I like the powder more. Like they say, you know, they say, because I literally watch YouTube makeup tutorials all the time, that it looks more natural. I don't know, jury's still out for me. I'm not sure, but this is what I'm gonna use here is the NYX eyebrow powder. And I'm just gonna use the dark color. So that was the little spoolie that I used. And instead of using the brush that they have, because it's kind of wide, I find, I'm just using an angled brush like this, okay? I've had this like for 900 years. I'm probably due for more brushes, so this will be interesting. Let's see if I can do this nicely. So you just kind of highlight more the top of the eyebrow, like where the arch is, and I do a little bit on the bottom. And you can see I had a pimple there, it's so weird. And then I just kind of try and extend the line a bit, okay? So they say like if you take a pencil or something and you go on an angle like that's where it should be. So that's basically what I'm doing here. So one of my favorite people that do makeup on YouTube is Candy Johnson. She has like, I don't know, like 4 million subscribers. She's the bomb, but she said something amazing recently. Said, you know, your eyebrows are not twins, they're sisters. So don't get crazy and thinking like you need to get your eyebrows like perfectly matched, because you don't. That's my 2 cents. So then doing that on the same thing on the other eye, it does make a difference. So I used to not do this, and since I started doing this, it's like, wow, what a difference. It just looks so much better, and you know, it's good stuff. I don't know, are these even? I can't even tell. It's a little hard to do this, I'm not gonna lie. I have mad respect for the pros here. Oops. Okay, and then I don't use like brow gel or anything like that. I used to, but I don't know, I just don't. I find that, at least for me, the brow gel, it made them look like powdery, which I hate that look. I hate when you look at someone and you're like, nice makeup. You wanna be like, wow, you have great skin, or like great eyebrows. So this is how I do my brows. Okay, so I think it's working. Eyebrows, donezo. Okay, next, so in my real life, I love like shimmery shadows, like you know, bronzy types of colors. I think that looks really beautiful with blue eyes. So, you know, something along these lines. I don't know if you can see these colors. I would love that. On camera, and I'm gonna be shooting today, I find that that looks actually crappy. It just, I don't know, it looks weird. That's just my opinion. So I'm gonna be using matte shadows. This is gonna be embarrassing. These are like, I don't even know what brand this is. It's just a palette of shadows, and definitely due for new ones. So I'm just keeping it real with you, okay? Like, not everyone is a makeup artist, and I'm clearly not. So I'm just using sort of a bone color, which I would show you, but honestly there's like hardly any left of it. So I just put this all over my eye, just nicely, using sort of like a fluffy round brush. Do that on the other eye. Okay, and then I'm gonna use sort of like a matte brown color. So I have 2 that I usually choose from if I'm shooting. So this is so gangster. Either this one or this one. And I think today I'm gonna use this one. So just in my crease here, it's really not scientific. I'm just like blah, 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 giving it a little definition, okay? And then do the same on the other side. So I notice when I do this sloppy, weirdo me, because these are obviously my videos, I can sometimes see it. So what I just invested in was more of a proper blending brush. And so this is nice because it's soft, and you know, you just want everything nicely blended. You don't want to see any hard edges. So I'm actually pretty lucky because I have like a pretty big eyelid, so I have great eyelids for putting on makeup. But I know this because when I was a dancer, I used to do a lot of the other girls' makeup backstage. Again, not because I really know what I'm doing, but I can make you look okay. And it would be hard, like the girls that have really short eyelids, because I was used to my own, obviously. You know, we're used to our own faces. Okay, so that is donezo. Let me just take a quick little peek and make sure it doesn't look bananas. Okay, so then I do like to put a little bit of like a highlight underneath my eyebrows. So this particular brush has like a nice sort of domed shape applicator on the other side. And so then I just put this underneath my brow just to highlight it, to catch the light. Here's the deal. We know, like, I love, highlights are great, but then, you know, there can be too much of a good thing. So be mindful. So that's basically how I would do my eyeshadow if I was shooting, which obviously I'm shooting. And then another thing is I want to put some brown underneath my eye. So I'm actually going to use the same. Sometimes I use this one. Sometimes I'll use just like a regular eyeshadow that's more condensed. But today I'm going to use the angle because that's what I have in front of me. So using that same one that I use for my eyebrows, I'm going to use a slightly different tone. I don't know why, I just like to do that. So I use this on my eyelid in the crease, and now I'm going to use this underneath. So can she do this and not poke her eye out? Well, let's find out. So I wear contacts, and sometimes this really gets in my eye. Okay. So I think I did it. Okay. Yep, I did. Go me. I'm like a natch. Just kidding. Natural. Just like that. Okay, and then just double check it. Looks good. Donezo, donezo. Okay, so that's done. Next up is curling your lashes. I have the straightest lashes in the world, so just a regular crunch here. And I don't know if this helps or not, but I tend to want to lift it a little bit. And I just kind of do like a pulsing motion. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's just how I do it. Just keeping it real, peeps. Just keeping it real. And then usually I like to do it 2 times because I really do have like crazy, crazy straight lashes. So it's so weird doing this. Okay, so my lashes are curled. So the next piece is putting some liner on just to define, because sometimes I use lash extensions, which are awesome when you're shooting because then you don't need to do mascara or curling or much at all. But next what I'm gonna do is line the tops of my eyes with some shadow. So this is where sometimes you can get that fallout. Now, I have a little bit of water in a cup here, and so I just kind of want to dampen this brush. It's just like a little very pointed brush. And so what I want to do is use like a dark brown. I'm not going to do black today. Just make sure there's no excess on there. And then what you want to do, it's like to get the top line, if you're winging it at all, you want it to be as though the bottom kept going, okay? Otherwise you might go like down and it looks weird. So I'm going to attempt to do this with one hand. So you kind of go up like that, and then I can sort of see what's going on, like the angle that I should be going, and I'm just adding this nice sort of chocolatey brown the whole point here, I mean, this is not like some kind of fancy look at all, but it's just to make it look like me, but better, right? Like, ooh, she looks nice. That's what I'm going for here, okay? So it's very, very simple. And I got some shadow on my face, like I told you I would, okay? And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll just define like close to my lashes here too, just to make it look nice and nice. Okay, so there, that's one eye and that's the other. You can sort of see the difference though. And this is still without even mascara. So again, we're gonna do that on the other side. And doing it this way, I have to say, instead of using liquid eyeliner or even pencil liner, it just gives you this soft look, pretty, you know, again, natural. And I've been digging that look lately. So again, underneath, as though it was just continuing, that way I can see what the natural angle would be. And then I just kind of bring them together. You can make this thick, you can make it, you know, close to the lashes. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that you feel gorgeous, and you should feel gorgeous, whether you have on makeup or not. I mean that too. Sometimes I just feel like I want to give my skin a break, and it feels really good. So there, okay? So we've got, my eyes are defined. Now we're gonna go into mascara. So everyone say a little prayer, a little meditation that I don't get mascara all over my face, because I probably will, but that's where the Beauty Blender comes in handy. So this is a mascara I've been using for a while. I think it's Giorgio Armani. Yeah, and it's just black. I'm not fancy, I don't care, I just use what I have. I'd love to know what your favorite, I'm actually starting to feel like it's time to get a new mascara. This is how I do my mascara. Again, I'm probably gonna get it all over my face, but I take my eyelid and I lift it up so I can really get into the roots here. And then I'm trying to do it gingerly because so many times I get black all over my contacts and it's just not a good scene. So I do this. Let's see how this looks. Not bad, woohoo! And then you want to do your bottom lashes too. Okay, so that eye's done, this eye's not. You can tell the difference, right? It's just slightly more defined, right? So let's do that on the other side. Comb out my bottom lashes, but what I do is I will use my finger. I'm not a professional, so I just kind of make sure that they're not all clumped together, and I just kind of flutter them like this. Okay, just kind of move my finger slightly so that I'm separating them. Okay, it looks pretty good, right? Like, not a crazy change. It's not crazy like, look at her makeup. It's like, oh, she looks nice. Okay. Key. So now we're gonna get into the magic parts. So this is sad, it needs to be sharpened, but this is a highlighter pencil. So it's like a white kind of, it's from Sephora, and it's an eyeliner, but it's a white kind of highlight. And so rather than using like powder highlighter or eyeshadow, this lasts really long. It gives you a little bit of a pop, and it just makes your eyes look like sparkly and really beautiful. And it makes you look more youthful, I think, too. So I put this, because it's an eyeliner, just like at the inner corner of my eye, and I just draw it like this. So it's underneath, and it's just like that first quarter of my eye, okay? So I do that on both sides. And I try not to poke my eye out while I do it, because that would suck. You just want to get in there when you're doing it. Whoa. Okay, so do you see how it just captures a little bit of light? It makes it look nice. It makes it look nice, so Yeah, and I might even, you know what, today, for whatever reason, I'm feeling like maybe just doing a little bit on the top too. So I'm just drawing a little bit on that top corner of my eye just to give it a little bit more poppy pop. Okay, next is blush. A lot of this stuff you'll see, I'm not such like a makeup purchaser, is stuff that I featured in other videos like a long time ago, because when I find something I like, I just keep using it. So this is a Josie Moran, I don't know how to say her name, cream blush, like in a tube. It does get a little skanky though, that's one thing I don't like about it. Like, you know, when you put it on, you just gotta always wipe it down. So I just kind of, I like the formula because it's not powder. Again, I like my makeup to look like skin. So I just put it, you know, on my cheeks here. I like a lot of blush actually. What I've noticed also for camera, and if you do videos, is that pink blushes look really unnatural. Peach looks way more natural, and it's nice. I love this because, you know, when you get a little older, you don't want that powdery look on your skin. You want, so cream formulas are great. And it just, you know, again, it's just like, it gives you like that healthy glow, but it's not, you know, like, oh, nice blush. That's the last thing that you want. Okay, so now we're gonna get into my favorite thing ever. And this is the best thing in the world. So this is the RMS Living Luminizer. I mean, this stuff it's again, natural. It is fantastic. It looks like this. It comes in a little tub. She's got ones that you can do for your lips and your cheek. But this luminizer is, I think, the best highlighter in the world. So I just use my ring finger and I put it on my cheekbones. This is when you guys are like, oh my God, you have great skin. It's this. I swear to God, it's this. So I just dab it in here. What's great about it is it catches the light really beautifully. But it just looks like you're healthy. It doesn't look like, and you all know that girl that like loves wearing her makeup and it's like, oh wow, you're doing highlighter today. It does not give you that look at all. So it just gives you this like dewy, kind of fresh, it catches the light. You see how there you can see it. It's so gorgeous and it feels good going on. You know, you have to kind of like, you would have to put a ton of this stuff on to really overdo it, which is another reason why I like it. And it just, you know, you just use your finger and you're just putting it in there. And it really does make a difference. I notice a difference in my skin if I ever forget. Then I also put it on the bridge of my nose. And here's the thing, I used to think like, ooh, that's gonna make you look like shiny and greasy. It doesn't, it just makes you look healthy. Like, oh, you've got like nice, glowy, great skin. And then I also put a little bit just sort of on the top of the bow of my lip here. Ew, there's something on my lip. This little bit though, I will say, if I'm not careful on camera and I'm like putting this on, sometimes it looks like I'm sweating, which is not good. So you don't want that look, okay? So that's what this looks like. And then the next step, super simple, is lips. So I mess around with what colors I do. A lot of times I do this sort of nude and then I'll put a brighter pink, like a nude liner, and I'll put a brighter pink over it. But lately I've been really into lipstick. It's very funny because it reminds me of the 90s. The 90s coming back with a lipstick. So I'm gonna use, this is super inexpensive. I think it's like $5 a tube. This is from Milani. They have the best lipsticks ever. And so this lipstick is called Rose Femme. It's really nice. It's sort of like a rosy, natural, and it's funny, every time I wear lipstick, my husband will be like, you look so pretty today. It's very funny. Not that he doesn't always tell me I look pretty, but it's very, like, I can tell that he likes it. It's sweet. It just gives you like a good finish without looking, you know, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but you'll see. So I don't even line it with this lipstick. You don't need it, and it doesn't move. So I just like so. So if you want to make sure that you don't get lipstick on your teeth, I think this was like maybe Christy Turlington or something, or maybe Cindy Crawford, this is like way back. You take your finger in your mouth and you pull it out. There's lipstick on my finger, but not on my teeth. So that's it. This is the totally finished look. Again, it is not crazy makeup. It is not like ooh, you look like you really know how to do makeup. It's very simple, clean, you know, just you, only a little bit better. And that's how I do it. So I hope that you like this. If you like this video, please let me know, because this is my first time doing anything like this, by leaving me a comment down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I put out new videos every single week. And I will see you next week. Okay, bye.